Okay, it's the day of the event. We've downloaded our app, we've got everything set up. All that we're waiting for now is our students, and it's our responsibility to check these in. Now, in this video, we're going to focus more on checking them into the overall event, but there's another video a bit further down that teaches you about sessions, how to change students' sessions. I will have learned how to say sessions by the time we do that video, and a bit more. But let's do this one. So on the left here we have my phone, just here, which we're going to be using to scan people in, and on the right we have some QR codes ready for students who have got them open on our device as they walk into the building. So my first responsibility then, after logging into the app again, is going to the downloaded events, and this is the event that we're working. Now, if I do have an active internet connection, I can refresh things and that'll download the latest attendee information. And you can see here we're pulling in the start date of the event, the location, and we also have a bit of information on the attendees that we're going to be making use of shortly. Now, very simply, you have this big giant green button at the bottom, scan event. If we open that, you will see my very messy desk here, and I can pull this over and I can just simply scan the student in. We can see the attendee has been checked in. Easy as that. We've now got 4 expected attendees and we've checked one of them in, and we can see which attendee has been marked as well. Let's imagine another student comes. Now, of course, you can leave the camera open and manually cancelled out of that, but let's go a bit different for this. We can view attendee. So I'm going to tap that option. It actually shows me a bit more information. We can see the student, their email address, we can see how many guests they're planning on bringing with them, and we can edit that guest count as well if we have an active internet connection. When we're done, we're just going to click done here and the camera will reopen. And the good news for different device types, you do have a rear facing and a forward facing camera option that you can toggle between. Okay, let's come to another really common use case when we're running an event. People will come and say, sorry, I didn't get the ticket, or more likely than that, sorry, I forgot to bring my device with me. I've lost my phone, for example. Well, that's no problem because you can actually navigate on the app to the attendees section. And this is a very short event, so it's a bit falsely representative. You can scroll through this. If there may be hundreds of people, you can also manually search for a student by name or email using this box. Let's imagine that the student comes up and says, I am second student, which would be a bit odd, but we can actually choose to just manually, with a tap, mark them as attended right there. For the third and final student, we can actually, imagining we're wanting to have a chat with them and we have a great conversation, we can actually do something special. We can click on them, we can view their information, but we can also crucially say, click on where it says registered, and instead of marking them as attended, we can mark them as engaged, meaning, you know what, they didn't just show up and attend, we had a tremendous conversation with the student. They were super, super engaged. So this is something that can be set. This is something that can also sync back to Gecko. We've got a sync tab there ready to go, and we'll be learning about syncing in the next video. But all told, it's a tremendously easy app to use.